G'day guys, Jay here, and I have devised the ultimate content plan. I'm going to tell you guys everything that you need to do to have content for a successful release. I've studied what different businesses have done, different artists have done, and I've put together a plan which is going to have maximum impact. So this video, I'm going to show you how to make 108 pieces of content and put them out within a week. In a week? Yes, in a week. You know how many that is in a month? It's like 400 something. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So one of the key things that you need to do when you are producing content is to look at long form content first. And then what you can do is you can cut it down into short form content. So this means that you don't actually have to film 108 different things, because that would be a lot. And a lot of artists and businesses talk about burnout from having to constantly produce content. Well, this is a way that you can do it that requires a lot less effort and will give you just as good a results. So what we're going to do, first thing, Monday. We are going to produce a long form video of some kind. So this will be a video that goes for roughly 10 to 20 minutes. Could be you speaking about different topics, could be you performing a couple of songs, could be a few different things like that. You can even combine a few of these. So you might do a song, you might talk to the camera for a little bit, all of these different things. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, especially if you're just talking, and you're going to put this into a podcast. Now, you can upload these for free on a site called Anchor. You're going to put out one of these every single week. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take this long form video and we're going to chop it up into a number of smaller pieces. Okay, so what this will allow us to do over the course of the week is to produce 4 TikTok videos, so 4 TikTok videos. So obviously out of 10 to 20 minutes worth of content, you're going to be able to pull out a lot of 4, and you'll certainly need to do that as we go along. Following that, 2 Instagram Reels. And on top of that, we are going to do 1 Facebook post. One Facebook post. Now, there's a couple of other platforms that we can get into if you are on them. So what I would suggest on top of producing this long form video, you want to be also using YouTube Shorts. So you can just treat this basically the same as TikTok. So every time you upload something to TikTok, you can do the same with YouTube Shorts. So we can put that there as well, YouTube. And of course, Twitter. So I'd say 4 Twitter posts a day. Twitter posts. Right. Okay, so your TikTok post, your Twitter post can just be something that maybe you said in this long form video that's kind of entertaining or funny or whatever it may be. Maybe it's informative. Just depends on what you're doing, whether you're a business or an artist. So you have your 4 Twitter posts down here, and what you can also do to maximize the amount of volume up here on Instagram Reels, for example, you can take the best performing Twitter post and you can screenshot it, and then you can post the tweet as a reel. So what that does is it gives you an additional Instagram post. Just like that. So now you can see that we've got a long form video, a podcast, 4 TikTok videos, 4 YouTube Shorts videos, 2 Instagram Reels plus 1 from Twitter, 4 Twitter posts, and 1 Facebook post. So this is all coming from mostly one piece of content. You know, you're not having to go and make specific things for each one. So obviously it means you can get a lot further. Now, we go to Tuesday. And we're going to do much the same as what we did on Monday. We're not going to be making a long form video because we've already got this long form video, but we're going to basically put out the same amount of content as what we did yesterday. So 4 TikTok posts, 4 YouTube shorts, 2 Instagram Reels, plus 1 Twitter screenshot. Instagram, by the way, has optimized basically for video, so I tend to use much more video than photo these days because they're trying to compete with TikTok. Next thing, we have 1 Facebook post. And then 4 Twitter posts. 4 Twitter posts. So you do this for the rest of the week. Obviously, I'm running out of room here on the board, but this long form video, perhaps, you know, you could even make it 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on anything interesting that you are doing. Maybe you're putting out an album, maybe you're putting out an EP, maybe it's just one song and you can go back and play a few other songs, and then you can chop this up. You can take a verse, you can take a chorus, you can take the second verse and chop them all up into shorter videos. Off that 10 to 20 minute video, it's probably gonna get you through the whole week. So if you just take this as a plan and try and stick to it for the entire week, it's gonna produce roughly 108 pieces of content. So if you multiply that by, you know, the amount of views that you're getting on average on your platforms, you can see that this is going to add up to a lot. You know, potentially tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, pending your reach. So it's very significant. So what we do with the people that we work with is that we'll go and get all of this in one day. So instead of doing like a 10 to 20 minute video, we will go out and we'll do this for pretty much a whole day and get probably like an hour's worth of video. And then we will take it and go and cut it up. So then the whole month is done. And that's been really effective because it means that an artist or a business that we've worked with can basically take one day out of the month to go and do this, and then they don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. All of their content is taken care of. They don't have to think, oh, what am I going to post? I have to go and put on a full face of makeup to go and film some more content. It's just done. So we found it's an incredible way to actually produce a lot of content and keep that volume very high, because that really is the name of the game now, is as much volume as you can possibly get, as much value as you can possibly deliver. So you take this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is very much the same. Same with Thursday and Friday. On the weekends, if you have less time, you can reduce the volume of what you're doing as well. Perhaps it's like two YouTube shorts, 2 TikTok posts, just depending on how much content that you've produced out of this long form video here. But this is kind of the framework that you would expect when you are putting out as much content as you possibly can. We found this is probably a good amount to support the release. Any more than this can sometimes have detrimental effects, such as Instagram Reels. If you're posting like say more than 3 every single day, it's going to start to crush your reach, which we don't want. So we want to optimize as much as we can for the most volume that we can put out without affecting our reach. TikTok doesn't really matter too much about that, because it's more based on a per post kind of thing. You know, if the post does well, then the post does well. Whereas Instagram will actually affect the account, depending on how much you post. So, of course, what you can also do in this is photography. So we found that for Facebook and sometimes Instagram to some extent, videos are definitely better, but Facebook, definitely the photography tends to do quite well, especially on what we're doing. So I don't think it's dead, but video is certainly where it's going. So what is it that you should post? So It doesn't always need to be a video of you singing or a video of your product. It needs to be something that the viewers find entertaining. So maybe you find a way to, like say, one that I saw the other day, for example, was Vodafone. And what they were doing is that they, on TikTok, they had this breaking news story, and they had a news reporter saying, breaking news, a young girl has been found thanks to the Vodafone network. And it was just like a funny way of getting their product in there. So it doesn't necessarily always need to be selling, but you want to find a way to have product placement. I think an incredible example of this is in fact Red Bull. If you go to Red Bull's Instagram or TikTok account, anything like that, what you will see is basically no advertising whatsoever. We think it's not advertising, but someone parachutes off a building and their parachute's got Red Bull on it, or the wakeboard or the surfboard or whatever they've got in these extreme videos. They've all got the Red Bull branding, but there's no selling on that page at all. But somehow Red Bull is like a multi-billion-dollar company from everything that they've been able to do. And they just post extreme sports videos because they want to create that connotation that Red Bull is associated with extreme sports. So if you're a bit of an extreme person, you like doing crazy things, then you like Red Bull. So these videos, of course, go incredibly viral because they're insane. They just had someone that was wakeboarding off a building in Dubai, I believe, which is just crazy. And people see that and they share it. And gets unbelievable shares because they're not advertising a product. They're showing something that's just unbelievably extreme and really cool. I mean, everyone wants to watch someone wakeboard off a building and then parachute. Like, it's just really entertaining. So have a think about that. Obviously, we don't all have the budgets of Red Bull to do stuff like that, but we can still get creative with not much money. It just needs to surprise and entertain the viewer. So here's a bit of an idea of a content plan. If you think this is a lot to do, then definitely get in touch with us and we can probably get this done in one day and have the whole month sorted for you. But this is a plan that we've found has been really effective for us, and I hope it'll be effective for you.